What's up, guys? Brunsnick's back, and yes, I am going to try two-handed bowling. Now, as a bowler growing up, I only bowled one-handed. The only time I used two hands was messing around and goofing off with house balls. Much the story of many people my age and yours. Is it possible in my stage of life to switch to two-handed? With all the success on tour and all the success with junior bowlers coming up, is it so easy for someone to just switch and throw two-handed? We're about to find out. But before we do, please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Now, let's see me throw some two-handed shots. Two-handed bowling is all the rage. You see the top pros. A lot of them are throwing it two-handed out there. You watch Junior Gold. A lot of bowlers are two-handed coming up and all through the college ranks. So, as a bowler, as some of you guys are in your 30s and 40s, who are a little bit late to the party, that was not part of our junior experience, that was not a common thing we saw. Is it possible to switch to two-handed and have success? I'm going to talk about some of the problems I would see, probably. I'm going to throw some shots and see what happens with my ball speed, rev rate, and if I'm able to control the ball. So, let's give it a go. Threw a couple of warm-up shots just to kind of get warmed up, I guess. So, everybody's fooled around trying to throw it two-handed, right? You're bowling practice with your friends growing up, done practicing, let's throw some house balls two-handed. That's the extent of my two-handed experience. There just happens to be this two-handed ball drilled here in the studio. So it's a bonus, older ball, has some games on it, has some oil on it, so not super aggressive. But the first thing that I lack when it comes to two-handed is ball speed. I can't throw it hard enough because I don't have the arm swing, so that's gonna limit my ability to play further right. Oh, jeez. Just practicing 7-pins there. Now, the other thing is, I don't know where the ball's going. I'm not sure what it's supposed to feel like in my hand. I'm not sure what this left hand's supposed to do for the ball. And the other thing is, I don't really slide anymore. So I can't accelerate into the shot like the pros do, like the people that do very well. Very few plant. But that's the main thing, is also like track. I'm just thumping all over that middle finger there. So how do I get that track lower? Let's try first, and how much pressure am I supposed to put? Am I supposed to put my hand here, crank it? I'm just going straight through. Am I supposed to tuck my pinky? I don't know, let's try it. A little better. But, yeah, that's the main thing. Of course, we're bowling on a little shorter pattern. There is some volume out there, but just not the length. So the main things I'm going to do is I'm going to try to force myself right and then try to throw it up the lane a little bit more, maybe more up the back of it. But, the main things that the two-handers see different than others is, the rev rate goes up. Now, is my rev rate going up? Maybe. I don't think so. I don't have a Specto on right now. I didn't think it would be a worthwhile cause right now. It's right up the back. Yeah. Now, there's always anomalies out there. Walter Ray, first time I ever saw him throw a two-handed shot was around 2010, somewhere in there. We're at some demo in Vegas, and he just up and throws one two-handed and absolutely blisters the rack. And now he's shot 300s in PBA competition throwing two-handed. So he has balls drilled specifically for two-handed. So can you make the switch? Yes. Is it very hard? Absolutely. You don't see a lot of people doing that. No chance. So that's the other thing. It's like I spent my entire bowling life traditional bowling. Thumb in, fingers in, full fingertip, Sarge grip. So Picking up a 10 pin like this, I give myself like a 10% chance to pick it up on the first try. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm gonna try it. I mean, that's one of the basic things you need to do. Now, some guys who are two-handed, they use their thumb for spares. I think Osku does it, or at least he did. I don't know if he does it anymore, but let's try to pick up a 10 pin here. It's gonna hook, yeah. Oh, well, it doesn't count, but 10 pin did fall. I would definitely need a spare ball. So main thing is, as a two-hander, at my age, 42, I'm gonna be 43 soon, is I'm not getting more ball speed. I don't think I'm getting more rev rate. If anything, I'm making it more difficult for equipment choices now, because now I'm super rev dominant. I went from a match player to now I'm rev dominant. My ball speed is so much slower, and this isn't even a strong layout. This is, I don't even know what this is, but I would think that's not a strong layout. It's probably pretty even and smooth. All right, I'm gonna really try to throw this harder now, as hard as I can. Ooh, that's about the best I can muster right there. And it still went Brooklyn. Now, this is the worst case scenario, right? Now, if I wanted to actually have a chance in this video and show something that might resemble something I might want to try, I would have put out like a 48-foot pattern, gush in the middle, that I can just slow hook it. Now, there are some bowlers, Thomas Keiko, who came on the scene pretty good this year, throws it very slow, rev rate's pretty nominal, but he's so accurate and he repeats his shots really well. That's what he's done. Not all two-handers are like that. Most of them are in the 19 to 20 mile per hour range off their hand. 500 rev rate, that's just what it is. That's the reality of two-handed bowling. So, that's as hard. Go! Wow, I did it. It only took like 10 shots, but I finally got it down the lane enough to get through the pins. Now, is it worth all the effort? Could I stick with this and maybe give it a chance? Could I benefit for some lessons? My body's not that nimble anymore. I'm not 20. I don't have the flexibility. That's the one thing we're all gonna run into. It's for bowlers that have never tried bowling two-handed. It's so easy to sit back on the couch and be like, oh, well, yeah, two-handers, yeah, it makes bowling easy. Well, then go try it. And you go and try it, and you're like, this is not easy. Those guys are really skilled. It takes that stronger physical talent sometimes to bowl two-handed than it does one-handed, because they're using a lot more muscles. And it's just a different way of bowling. Bye. Ha, got one. Am I against two-handed bowling? Absolutely not. It's the future. The future's already here. You go watch Junior Gold and the best bowlers at every level. You're starting to see two-handed girls now that are bowling. They're going to eventually come out there and dominate. So, is it worth a try? Well, that's up to you. Can you be successful at it? I don't think many can. Come on, ball. So for a bowler, as me, that I bowled one way since I was young, one-handed, switching to two-handed, it's just not in the cards for me. I wanted to give it a shot for you guys to show. I want to end on a good note though, just so I can just hang up my two-handed career on a good note with a nice, crunchy, tasty strike that preferably splits the 8-9. So let's try it. And thus concludes my two-handed career, at least for now. There's no way I'm switching to two-handed. The style just takes too much effort and takes a lot more flexibility and basically strength to do it, and I'm just not there. So let me know what you guys thought of my outrageous two-handed style. I have no idea what it looks like. I've never filmed myself bowling two-handed. Be nice. Actually, no, don't be nice. I want you to roast me, so I'll never try two-handed bowling in real life. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.